sleeping around different for men and for women?
I don't know. I think whatever people want to do, like if like a woman's like body count like is higher than like a guy's, like it shouldn't matter. It matters to a lot of guys though.
Yeah.
For some reason, it doesn't compute in my brain as to why it does, but they do view it differently.
Are just held to another standard where they can sleep with literally anyone, and the minute a woman does, it's like, oh well, you're a slag. Or like there's like the massive discourse where it's like your vagina gets massive, which is a complete lie because you push a baby out and then it stretches back. So it's like if you push a baby out and your vagina can stretch back, then why does it matter how many people you sleep with? Like that doesn't change it. Do you know what I mean? But as a man, they can just go with whoever, and it's like, oh, you're a lad, like that's sick.
No, 100% I testify to that, and I feel like a lot of like, particularly in like the straight community, like the patriarchal ideals are very much like keep this old like Victorian like ideology where a woman has to be like virginal to be like attractive.
I agree with them.
No.
You don't think so?
No.
What about you?
Society says yes. I say no.
Think?
No, I don't think so.
So if you were talking to a guy, is there a body count that would be too high for you to talk to? Like if he said, I've slept with 1,000 women.
Yeah, no, it's a no for me.
Yeah, it's a no. 1,000 women?
Yeah.
To be honest, you know, like how men ask women, like, how many people have you slept with? That never comes into our question.
Yeah.
It's never a thing. Because it's like, that's your past, that's whatever it is. It doesn't really matter.
No, I think it's you view it differently.
No, they view it differently. I don't think.
Oh right, no, I don't think I view it differently. If I had the same body count between a man and a woman, I think it would be like I wouldn't think anything of it. I didn't think.
No, I wouldn't. If someone's like I sleep around a lot, I'd be like, as long as you're clean from STDs.
I do view it differently, but I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why. Because I think like women have to, in general, and I know there's exceptions, but by and large, like have to be more attached and like a guy more. And it's like easy for a woman to get sex, where guys, they have to earn it. Like a guy has to be a certain height for you to be attracted to him. He has to be a certain level of income, certain level of like every.
That too, though, don't they?
Not really. If you look at the data, you know what percent of the time women swipe right on dating apps?
I don't know.
And they are good people.
Oh God, yeah. Like women swipe right 5 to 10% of the time, where men swipe right 50%. Men are like, is she hot and there?
Yeah.
Is she hot there and willing? Just like, okay, you guys are pretty girls, right? You go out and you ask 10 guys if they want to have sex, you'll get a taker. You'll get a taker. But him, it's not going to be the same. If he goes up to 10 girls and says, do you want to have sex with me? They're going to look at him like he's nuts. Yeah, or the guys will be like, when and where?
But men are probably more likely to do that though. Like go up to someone and be like, hey, I don't know if, yeah.
I feel like you have a point with that. What's the point?
What's the point? I feel like, I don't know, men go after girls a bit more than girls go after men. And I guess that kind of proves your point. Like,
it's like harder for them to get sex. Like, do you know 1 out of 3 men is either a virgin or hasn't had sex in the past year?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
No way. I actually, whoa. I want to say I refuse to believe
Because
that.
it's
But
like...
maybe I shouldn't be jumping to conclusions.
Do you think body count doesn't matter?
Of course not.
What's your body count?
I don't count. Not that I'm saying it's a lot.
Roughly.
I just don't really count.
Like roughly.
I say it's under 20. Yeah.
Oh, okay, you're more honest than everyone tells me virgin.
No, because for me it's not like a show-off thing that I'll say, oh yeah, like it's something to show off about. It's just like a, you know, guys mostly amongst men, like, oh yeah, I've slept with this many, but with women it's not that much. I think it's more emotional than physical.
Don't ask me that question.
So I would never answer that. Like, even if God was standing in front of me.
Oh, no, in the camera.
Even if God was standing in front of me.
The only reason I ask that is because if it doesn't matter, why doesn't everyone just say? You know what I mean? Like, I don't actually care what your body counts are. But like, and so everyone today I asked.
Depends on context, because then like, where is that gonna go if I like randomly say my body count? Like, it can go anywhere.
Damn. I have some shit to say, but we can talk about it after this is out of the
Yeah.
It's just interesting, you know what I mean? Like, it's like, if it really didn't matter, why don't we all just tell each other?
Yeah.
And we do. You'd be surprised. I think people
It depends
do
how many
share it a
drinks
lot.
we've had.
Yeah, exactly. You'd be surprised.
Would you say that because it's more emotional for us, that sleeping around is different because we have to have an emotional connection, where men will just screw anything?
I mean, I can't speak for all men.
Just like in general,
I'll
right?
say for myself, like, yeah, I think it's more like emotional rather than just physical.
Yeah.
If I connect with you, then I connect with you.
Well, I think that's why like men say it's different, is because like we have to like be attached. We have to like him in some way, where a dude can screw a girl he hates.
That's it. We need to have some type of physical, some kind of emotional. We need to connect in some way.
So you kind of understand where they're coming from a little bit. Seem pretty
I
reasonable.
don't know if I understand, but I don't know. I can't really answer that.
Okay, do you think body count matters?
Yeah. Yes, it does, yeah.
Why do you think so many people say it doesn't?
Because they're liars. Because they're capping.
Would you say your body count?
I don't know.
No? No, the only reason I ask, usually people will say it doesn't matter, and then I'll ask, like, what's your body count? Because they say it doesn't matter.
See, we're not liars.
Okay, at least you guys are honest. I don't know if I believe the virgin thing.
No, I swear I would not mind. It wouldn't affect me at all. No, if he's the one. If he's the one.
Do you guys believe in the one?
Yeah.
I feel like that's like a Disney. Like, I feel like there's just like choices and trade-offs, and you get to like no one's, there's not one person that's like the one.
I think there is.
So if you're watching,
What's your IG? What's your IG?
Oh, no.
How's he supposed
We
to
gotta.
know?
No. We'll find it. Hey, come here real quick. They're fake. Come on.
I know your channel.
Oh yeah?
Is it JustPearlyThings?
Yeah, I thought you were looking at me earlier.
Yeah, no,
I was like, I felt like he knows who I am.
I did.
The question today is sleeping around different for men and for women?
Oh, definitely. Because men hold no emotional attachment. Women kind of like will hold an emotional attachment, if that makes sense.
So he says it matters. He says it's different. What do you say?
How's it different?
Women hold more emotional attachment, like generally. If you were to fuck with a guy, you wouldn't go in it to be like, oh yeah, I'm just having sex. You're gonna want him to know you, all of that shit. Compared to like, I'm just being serious.
Generalize, it's different for everyone.
It's different. I know there's girls out there that don't ever like want to do all that shit. But then majority of girls would have feelings towards the guy. You're not gonna pick up some random guy that looks like a 4 or a 5 out of 10 and just be like, no, I'll allow him to smash.
I think the question was, sorry, I'm like taking your spot as the interviewer. The question was, how do you see it differently between
I said
men?
that men have no, like if a guy wants to mess with a girl, he has no emotional attachment.
You do see it differently.
I generally see most men have no emotional attachment when it comes to sex.
Okay, if me or you wanted to get sex, all we have to do is go around and say, anyone want to have sex? We'd have people lined up. If he did this right now, he would. He's a good looking guy. If he went around and did that. No, I'm saying. Look at. I'm being real. Like if he goes around asking girls for sex, they're gonna be like, no, get the fuck away from me. But me and you, all we'd have to do is ask.
Yeah.
And like.
But I personally don't see it different. If a girl told me she has 1,000 bodies.
So people like a guy that looks like me.
everybody, we should hold like the same standards. That's what you mean.
Yes.
But like in reality, it's not the same.
Yeah.
In this, yeah, like.
No, in reality it's not, but the question was what do I think? And I wouldn't think of a woman less than I do a man if they have the same body count, is what I was saying.
If I was to say this, if there's an average looking guy, do you think he would have as much success to a guy that's way more good looking in a general sense? So to get a woman, or if he's trying to get her in bed, or relationship status, whatever it is, do you think that will happen?
No, but I think it's the same way with women. An average looking girl and
An average girl would have a better chance with any type of guy she would want.
Yeah, I'm just gonna put this in perspective. I consider myself average. I literally do. No. I know girls will always correct me, but like I'm just being real. Like I feel like most people are normal looking, and I feel like I'm normal looking. And I've had NBA players slide in my DMs. That's it. It's not a flex. It's not a flex. They're looking. It's not. Look at. We're not gonna. Look at. We're not gonna. I'm saying like that's not a flex though. They're just looking for easy sex. And so I'm saying like that would never happen like to a guy where like a blue checkmark girl is gonna slide in his DMs of just a normal guy.